Small-town mysteries represent a fascinating paradox in American culture, where communities with populations barely filling a city block can harbor more unexplained phenomena, unsolved cases, and enigmatic occurrences than sprawling metropolitan areas with millions of residents. This concept challenges our conventional understanding that mystery and intrigue are primarily urban phenomena, revealing instead that rural America often serves as the epicenter for the most perplexing and enduring puzzles. The significance of this phenomenon lies in the unique social dynamics of small communities. Unlike large cities where anonymity allows secrets to dissolve into the crowd, small towns create pressure cookers where mysteries become magnified and preserved across generations. Everyone knows everyone, yet somehow the most important questions remain unanswered. This creates an almost supernatural quality to rural enigmas that urban mysteries rarely achieve. Consider Point Pleasant, West Virginia, a town of roughly 4,000 people that became synonymous with the Mothman phenomenon, generating more documented supernatural encounters per capita than any major city. Similarly, Taos, New Mexico, with fewer than 6,000 residents, has baffled scientists worldwide with its unexplained Taos hum, a mysterious low-frequency sound heard by only certain individuals, creating more academic papers and research studies than acoustic phenomena in cities 100 times its size. Supporters of this concept argue that small towns preserve mysteries better because tight-knit communities maintain oral traditions and collective memories that would be lost in urban environments. The intimacy of small-town life means that unusual events impact everyone, creating shared experiences that sustain enigmas across decades. However, skeptics contend that small-town mysteries are often amplified by isolation, limited resources for proper investigation, and the human tendency to sensationalize unusual events when entertainment options are scarce. Critics suggest that what appears mysterious might simply reflect inadequate documentation or investigation capabilities compared to urban areas with better access to experts and technology. This concept fundamentally connects to the broader exploration of America's most enigmatic community by establishing that mystery density, rather than population density, defines truly intriguing places. It suggests that the social fabric of small towns creates ideal conditions for mysteries to not only emerge, but to flourish and multiply, making a community of 800 people potentially more mysterious than New York's 8 million residents. This framework helps explain why certain small communities become legendary for their unexplained phenomena. I'd be happy to help you develop content for your script about a mysterious small town, but I noticed that you mentioned the following heading from, an outline, without actually including the specific heading you'd like me to analyze and expand upon. Could you please provide the specific heading or section from your outline that you'd like me to develop? Once you share that heading, I'll be able to give you a detailed 350 to 400 word explanation that includes a clear definition of the concept, its significance to your main topic about the town's mysteries, two specific examples or applications, relevant supporting opinions, potential challenges or alternative viewpoints, connections to other aspects of your story. This will ensure I'm addressing exactly the point you want to develop for your script about why this small town of 800 people has accumulated more mysteries than a major city like New York. Geographic isolation acts as a powerful catalyst for mystery and folklore, creating conditions where unexplained events flourish and urban legends take deep root in small communities. When a town of 800 people exists, far from major population centers, cut off by mountains, forests, or vast distances, it becomes a breeding ground for stories that might otherwise be quickly debunked or forgotten in more connected areas. This isolation means fewer outside observers, limited media coverage, and restricted access to alternative explanations, allowing mysterious occurrences to grow unchecked into local legend. The significance of geographic isolation in creating mysteries cannot be overstated. Unlike New York City, where millions of witnesses and constant media scrutiny make it difficult for unexplained phenomena to persist without investigation, isolated small towns operate in information vacuums. Stories spread through tight-knit social networks, gaining credibility through repetition rather than verification. The lack of external skepticism and scientific resources means that unusual events remain unexplained longer, transforming from simple incidents into enduring mysteries. Consider Point Pleasant, West Virginia, a small town that became synonymous with the Mothman legend after a series of strange sightings in the 1960s. Its geographic isolation in rural Appalachia allowed the story to develop without immediate outside interference, creating a mystery that persists decades later. Similarly, the remote town of Taos, New Mexico, with its isolated desert location, became famous for the unexplained Taos hum, a mysterious low-frequency sound heard by residents but never definitively explained, partly because its remote location limited comprehensive scientific investigation. However, this phenomenon faces criticism from skeptics who argue that isolation simply allows misinformation and superstition to flourish unchecked. They contend that what appears mysterious in isolated communities would likely have mundane explanations if subjected to proper scientific scrutiny. Some researchers suggest that social psychology, rather than genuine mystery, explains why isolated communities develop more folklore. Geographic isolation connects directly to other mystery-generating factors in small towns. It amplifies the effects of tight-knit social dynamics, where shared beliefs become reinforced through constant interaction among the same small group of people. It also creates economic incentives for maintaining mysteries, as these stories can become tourist attractions for communities with limited other sources of income. Ultimately, isolation transforms small towns into laboratories for human imagination, where the absence of easy answers allows mysteries to multiply and thrive in ways impossible in more connected, scrutinized environments. I'd be happy to help you develop content for your outline about a mysterious small town, but I don't see the specific heading you'd like me to address in your message. You mentioned, for the following heading from an outline, but the actual heading wasn't included. Could you please share the specific heading or section from your outline that you'd like me to elaborate on? Once you provide that, I'll be able to give you a detailed 350 to 400 word explanation that includes a clear definition of the concept, its significance to the main topic, two specific examples or applications, relevant supporting opinions, potential challenges or alternative viewpoints, connections to other aspects of the topic. This will help ensure I'm addressing exactly the right aspect of your mysterious small-town story and providing content that fits seamlessly into your script.